Yo, that was quick. It just popped right up. Yo, man, nobody even comment. Hit that like button, man. What's going on with everybody tonight, man? Same place as usual. Hopefully y'all can hear me loud and clear. Let me know what's up. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Had to keep y'all waiting. I was just testing out my little new thing there. My little countdown. What's up with everybody, man? Can y'all hear me? I'm about to get into an interesting topic here that I had asked on Facebook. Can somebody hit 1 in the chat? Because I can't, unless I'm just talking to myself. Nobody was saying anything. Anyway, yo, let me know where y'all from. I don't know. Let me check it out on YouTube on this phone. 1? Wow, we finally got somebody. Okay, I guess it does work. Sheesh. Man, y'all a tough crowd when I be coming on here. All that time, nobody said nothing. You know, very strange, man. But what's up with everybody, man? I'm gonna give some shout outs real quick. Name, age, location, sex, location. I don't need to do your name because we already got your name on here, right? Vegas in the building, same people. Got Enos in the building. H-Town, shout out to H-Town. It's gonna be an interesting one here. We got Charlotte in the building. Dallas in the building. You got a 50, number 57. Are you 57? Oh, that's number 57. 57. Oh yeah, 57 years old. We got some old heads in the building. Shout out to the old heads. Atlanta, Okinawa, Alaska, Dayton, Ohio. Shout out to all 26 of y'all in here. Antarctica, huh? How clever. I lost my place. I had asked this question on Facebook and asked for people to respond, and there was a bunch of women responding. We got Kenya in the building, East Africa. So, a few housekeeping rules before we jump into this, because I had 212 comments on this question that I asked. So, a few housekeeping rules, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Listen, if you want your comment highlighted, you can super chat it. If you got a question or whatever, we haven't gotten to the questions yet, but you can always super chat your question if you want to join in. This is a live call-in show. It's pinned in the chat in blue. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, you should see it highlighted. You know what I mean? So feel free to do that. And it's funny every time you ask these questions. You always have the opposite sex answering the question when I'm asking it directly. So, because I ask this to both men and women, as far as what makes a man lose interest, what makes a woman lose interest. Somebody already said post-nut clarity. That's a temporary thing, And I guess this is all based upon what's the situation at hand? What's going on? You know. So the comments here, if they'll load up, it's always something. You're always having technical difficulties whenever you're trying to do something. There we go. But I think it was more women trying to answer the question than men. Men lose interest for different things. You have men who, I think when it comes to a challenge, you got men who, as soon as they get a woman and they find out, all the mystique is gone, they lose interest in a woman. Once they got her, once they see, because all before, for some dudes, they're looking at her like, oh my goodness, this is something new. She's gorgeous. She's fine, regardless of her personality. But as soon as they conquer her, as some women say, they lose all interest. Or once a woman is all into them and paying attention to them, then they're all ears. But once she kind of pulls away, and this goes with anybody, a lot of times, you could be losing interest based upon there's nothing else left. There's nothing else left to know. It's all there. A man can lose interest in a woman that's always nagging, running their mouth. I know a lot of y'all have encountered that, where you get with a woman that won't shut up, for lack of a better term. I hate to say that. She always nagging. She always wondering, asking you questions. Focus more on what you're doing than what she should be doing. A woman that's too clingy, a man loses interest in. I mean, he may still, lay her down every now and then, but a woman that's too clingy, that's always calling, just always talking, that's a turnoff, which causes a man to lose interest really quickly. A woman that's always starting a fight, and you find out she's no good. Yeah, that's well. At what point? I think that's all this is covering the part where she's no good, right? You lose interest in a woman that you have some women that you can't and I hate to use the word correct, you can't tell them anything, you can't offer any advice, you try to communicate, and this is how you know, right? Because you have some people that just love to argue, right? They love to argue, they don't care how it goes. I'm always right. You say that you have a issue, they're gonna tell you. I forgot what this. I saw a video the other day that perfectly the Davos. What is it called? Somebody can look that up for me. When they talk about narcissism, it's called the Davos effect. I think. Was it deny, accuse, victim, something, something, something? Somebody look that up and put it in the chat. Well, I think that's what it's called. When you say, "Hey, I don't like this," and some people can consider that a part of, I wouldn't call it gaslighting, but it's when you say, "Hey, I don't like you doing this. I think if we communicate, this is an issue I have with you." For some women can't take any type of criticism. They can't be critiqued, so they automatically go into that. As much as they like to say narcissist, they go into this whole the Davos effect, where they deny everything, they flip it around, turn on you, accuse, they play the victim, and they just so used to doing that. This is a person that, unless you're doing things their way, you can never have a successful relationship with a person like that. And if you guys are in relationships with, and this is a lot of times what people say, accountability, lack of accountability, but that's an extremist woman who you can't tell her anything. Anything you tell her, she'll argue, she'll attack you, she'll attack with ad hominems, verbal abuse, ad hominem, all these things, because she can't take the fact that she did something wrong. And women in general hate to feel like they've done something wrong, or that you're picking on them. They have to feel like everything they do is right and perfect. So the criticism is a no. That's why they have to constantly have cheerleaders in their corner. This is why women surround themselves with women who enable them instead of telling them basically, critiquing them. You can't critique it within a group of friends of women for the most part. They're all the same. If you get to a point where you're critiquing them, then you're not considered a friend. Or ladies, you're gonna get less phone calls. You're gonna get less invitations because you're the one who's just like, no, that's wrong. That's not cool. That's toxic. You know. So that's one of those things, and that's just how it goes. And this is why growth, and this is why some women will never find the man of their dreams, or really a man that's really a really solid dude. You'll have a pushover, a spineless dude who never corrects you, who never puts you in your place, and you'll never have a serious relationship on that deep level of love that you so search for, if you will. So I'm gonna read off some of these because it's a bunch of women keeps talking on here. Men lose interest because she lacks inspiration, attitude, not being supportive emotionally, a gross lack of femininity, failure to submit, failure to cooperate. And that's when you're just dating a dude at that point. The thing for me is, I don't see how you could ever be turned on to a woman that's not feminine. And some dudes, if you're a feminine man or an effeminate man or whatever, then you may be turned on to, is this pocket zipped up? Or does this thing not have a pocket? Okay, there we go. You may be searching for that masculinity in a woman. I can't deal with it. So a woman that's the hygiene, that's a quick way to lose interest. I know for me, that is off top. She's a smoker, and you can tell she's a smoker. You know, there's BO, there's body odor. The house is dusty. You know, that's a no-no. Lose interest really quickly off of that. Disrespect, cheating, putting more effort into looking good for everyone except your man. That is a good one. Fellas, have you ever dated a woman like that or been with a woman like that she puts more effort into looking better for the world, her girlfriends and at work, and you just get the bare minimum, if nothing, and when you ask her about it, she complains about it? It's not a good look. That's not a good look. Because that says a lot. That's disrespect, and that shows that she don't care about you at the end of the day. As much as women say, I only care about what my significant other thinks. I don't care about compliments from the world. It means more coming from my significant other. It doesn't mean a lot. Because women will quickly say that. Y'all know that. It means more when it comes from the person I love. But you don't give that to the person you love. But then you say, well, that person, a woman will turn around and flip it or deflect and say, well, he doesn't compliment me, so that's why I don't get dolled up for him. Which is another thing. A man with character and a man with values is not all that complicated. If you can't make him feel needed and appreciated, that he's a priority to you, then that's a problem. Women have to realize that man is an investment in their future. Absolutely. Buddy right there said it perfectly. But I think a lot of times most women don't look at it like that. It's either they look at a man as competition, and this is why what I say, a lot of times when you're dating, it's kind of one-sided with some women. It's almost like you have to convince her, which I understand that, but it's like you're convincing her on why she should be with you, and she could potentially become a bill for you, to you. I'm not saying every woman's a bill, but basically at the end of the day, as a man, especially if you're looking for a serious relationship and as wifey, for all you dudes, I'm not talking to you, talking about you 50-50 dudes that need help. I'm talking about the dudes as a husband You are the protector. You are the custodian. You are the custodian of women. You are the sustainer of the family and the household. You're supposed to be. Like I said, this isn't geared towards the 50-50 dudes, you know, because I understand that's your dynamic. That's how you feel about life. Then go for it. Guys, hit that like button. I see we're stuck on 30. I mean, it is what it is. We're stuck on 37, 30, 35, 36 views. It always seems to be stuck here, you know, which I guess that's my normal crowd for my live streams. But hit the like button. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. I'm not asking you guys for any money, right? Just fellowship in here, man. Incessant nagging and a lack of appreciation. Gratitude, that kills a lot of relationships instead of the entitlement kind, that entitlement mindset. Gratitude with anything. When you have gratitude, when you're giving gratitude to that person, it makes that person want to give you more. If you're thankful and grateful, but some women are just like, by nature, I'm a woman. My girlfriend gets this. All my girlfriends, all the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they get this plus more. I don't need to say anything. You're raised wrong. That's the problem. You're raised wrong, and I know a lot of, and we all can, but a lot of women will look back and say, I had a good dude, you know. But you think that it's what I always say. You could put multiple coins or quarters in the machine, you know, and play another game. And it's going to be the same thing. Not so. Not so. There's plenty of men that'll do this. There's plenty. No, there's not. No, there's not. No, there's not. It's you got some people who learn and some people who don't. A man who's smart, he'll know real quick if he's dealing with a woman that's ungrateful, that's just using him, and basically just has an all around attitude. That's a complete turn off. That's why I say I can, like, a lot of these things. I can't see myself having a lasting, long relationship with a person like that. You know, her thinking her success overshadows a man's character because he may not make enough money. Success is always one of those things, but you'll learn and I'm not saying a woman, go be successful, baby, but that pool of men dwindles the higher you go up. And women notice if for when we use the term successful, you know, that term successful is thrown around, but you know, as far as your tax bracket, if we're looking at money wise, because that's kind of like what he was just saying in that comment, money wise, the you already said the pool is small. I mean, the pool just gets even smaller. And a man with money, if he's smart with it, because not all wealthy men are good with women. A lot of wealthy men are tricks, and they may put up with certain things. But I mean, when you have an abundance mindset, with wealth, it should come an abundance mindset. But that's not always the case. So, not having the same goals, going in the same direction, building the same vision. Oh, that's off top, man. Some people try to make you. You can date someone, or you can be in a relationship with someone, and no matter how you can try to explain and you're already on the path to going that route, or this is my vision. This is how I see it. And instead of being a helpmate, they'll try to drag you down. They'll try to interrupt that. They won't offer won't even try to be a helpmate in any way, shape, or form. Not that you should, like, to be like hands on, but at least like there's other ways for her to, you know, be helpful or be a helpmate, for lack of a better term. I lost interest in the last chick I was dating when I realized she knew how to attract a man but had zero. Yep, a lot of I dated a woman like that before. She knew how to. That was her thing. She knew how to attract the man. I mean, that's a lot of women like that. They know how to attract the man. That's effortless. That's effortless. But keeping a man is a different thing. And maybe I look at it too. Maybe they don't want to keep a man. We have to come to terms now with modern dating. A lot of these women are career bachelorettes, and they're perfectly fine with that. We were having this talk about as you get older. Who was I having this talk with? It's like a week ago. I was having a talk with about as women get older and things like that. That if they don't have children, children aren't around, or they don't have a man in their life. Not to say that you have to have a man to survive, but things don't get easy. That loneliness. Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about. Loneliness when everybody talks about they make fun and the whole Kevin thing, get a dog and die alone and all that stuff like that. And they say, well, men are going to die alone. Well, men are already alone. Men don't mind being alone. It's women who are the social, who are the more social species that constantly have to have, communion and, the sisterhood and be talking and all these things like that. Men don't mind. You feel me? Men don't mind. So it's not like a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody tried to say, what was it? That one girl said, the nursing homes are full of men. No, they aren't. Who's outliving who here? I'm talking about America, though. I'm not talking about these other places because obviously, America is where this, the West is big on nursing homes. Hygiene all day. There's no reason for a woman to be stinking. There's no reason for a funky woman. That's terrible. That's the least you can do is be clean. It's not hard. That's the least you can do is be clean. The least you can do is get a bar of soap and keep your pH level in check. You know what I'm saying? That's the least you can do for a player. Bad attitude, no reciprocation. Everything or anything is non-negotiable in eyes. The same reason women lose. They love answering for men. I would just read the comments. Women, why do y'all like answering for men? I be having men. I be wondering the same thing about a lot of y'all soft dudes that be answering for women too. So, cheating, lying, disrespect, unappreciated. I see why, man. More people are just like, yo, I'm cool. I'm cool with being single. It's too much issues. I'm cool with being single. I'm cool with not having all these issues and having to do all this stuff. I'm cool with all this. I gotta do all this extra stuff and when you can just show like this, man. Because there was a video you guys probably, excuse me, you guys probably saw it where they were like what was she saying? Men are showing less. Men aren't. It was something along the lines of men aren't infatuated with women like they used to be, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not infatuated like they used to be. Men are just like, I'm just going on about my business. Hey, it's cool. You want to rock with me? That's cool. You don't want to rock with me? That's cool too. But I know there's a lot of men out here who are keeping women in business with that mindset. They're able to maintain this mindset because of a certain group of men. And I understand that. But some men are just like, Man, I'm not dealing with this, man. I'm not dealing with this. This is too much of a headache. I gotta convince you. I gotta maintain you. There's no reciprocity in all this. I gotta convince you. I have to cheer you up. I have to be your therapist, your counselor, your financier, your sponsor. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be your daddy. Man, I can't even get like I can't even get a good morning king. Good morning king. I can't even get a good morning king. Man, what's really going on? In-house pets that need to be outside. That's a strange one. You lose interest in a woman because she has a lot of y'all women got pets that need to be outside. I'm not dealing with a woman that got pets and sleeping in the bed and all that stuff like that. That's a no-no. Sleeping with the neighbor, that's a good one. You lose interest after she says she has multiple baby daddies. When she thinks she can get the BBD, bigger, better deal. Hypergamy. No self-awareness and accountability. Nagging, ungratefulness, bad hygiene, disrespect. Not washing or brushing your teeth. Yeah. Hygiene keeps popping up, man. It's that because I had somebody ask one time, is that many women out here that got poor hygiene? Sheesh. Bait and switch. A conversation without substance. Yeah. A lot of you guys, man, y'all forcing conversations. Y'all out here forcing conversations, trying to make it interesting and all these different things. Well, yeah, playing games is a big one. Playing games is a huge one, guys. The moment you see a woman playing games, man, you just gotta leave. You gotta wrap it up, man. Just leave that alone altogether. I think me personally, the majority of women that I've encountered in my life play games. The majority play games. Yeah, I made a post the other day. It was either yesterday or the day before about women. Women reach out to you like the majority of the time. A lot of times, women reach out to you when they have an argument with their boyfriend, right? They'll start reaching out to different guys, or you'll get a text message, or she'll shoot her shot when she has like her boyfriend or her man, her husband gets into it. That's when she'll do that, and so you got to strike while the iron's hot. You know what I'm saying? Because if a woman reaches out to you like that, she wants to see you. Well, whatever that window is before she gets back with her guy. I don't know why so many women are answering this question. This is ridiculous to me. Women have to feel included. Like it's crazy how some women have to feel included on everything. But yeah, you got that small window where her and her dude aren't getting along. You got that small window to make something happen, you know. And then her and the dude can make up, and then she just disappears. And you could really be doing nothing wrong. Yeah, everything could be cool, conversation and all that. And then, she just disappears. And it happens, man. So don't think that women say that guys play games. Women play just as many games, man. And it is a turn off. That's why a lot of times a woman has to prove herself to you because you have things that happen all the time. Where it's just a temporary thing. She's going through something with the guy, and then she just disappears. So you have to make her prove it. She has to earn it, man. She has to earn whatever it is, because that women are very fickle like that. They're very fickle, subject to change, because the dude might have texted saying that he's sorry, he wants to see her later, and then that's when a lot of times those plans, whenever a woman changes plans on you, that's what happens. Because you're the plan B, the plan A, starts acting right, or basically that goes on. So then that's when she either doesn't respond or cancels the date on you. But if she likes you a little bit, she'll just keep it like, let's reschedule. Not well, she won't even say reschedule. She was like, I can't make it or whatever. Blah blah blah. Because buddy's coming through, and they go see how that works. And that's how it goes, man. Women do this all the time. So karma, it's only right, whether you believe in karma or not, or the law of the universe or whatever. It's only right for it to be repaid. How a woman communicates should tell you how seriously you can take her. You can tell just by how a woman communicates. Like, if she's just, inconsistent, wishy-washy and all that, you don't need those problems, man. Because that's how if you ever got into a relationship, that's how it would be. That's why when I've said that a woman has to be like, once you guys are already into it, she has to be reaching out to you most of the time. She has to. A woman has to be more into you for it to work, you know, because they will play these games and stuff like that. And that's how it should be. Okay, what else we got here? Poor attitude, hygiene, same thing. High maintenance, narcissist. Shall I get out the list? Disrespect, disloyalty, and disrespectful. Imagination. Somebody else said that, post nut clarity makes a man lose interest. There's more women answering the question than, you know, mouthpiece, entitlement, narcissistic traits. Her mouth, no accountability, feminism, snoring, huh? That must be a big thing. I don't know. I think that sums up a lot of the issues that fellas are dealing with on why they lose interest. I think it's an energy thing, because like, I know women lose interest like that. Like I said, women are like cats. Women are very fickle. Like, for men, it takes a lot more sometimes. But I think the things that we lose interest in, like, it's just blatant. But I don't know, man. This life stuff is peculiar, guys. Unfairness. Yeah, that's men should walk away. Anytime you feel like if you're stressing over some shit, excuse me, if you're stressing over some stuff with a woman and you're just constantly thinking about some stuff, and it's just like, that's when you just need to walk away from it altogether. Because you can't make anybody be right for you, which is what a lot of us try to do. We try to make people be right for us. We try to give them second chances. We try to coach them into things, and you can't really make them be right for you. You know what I mean? Play the game how it's played. Yeah, if you just reciprocating, if you just what they call it, exchanging energy, returning energy, whatever they want, whatever that phrase is they be using now. These young kids be using. I'm just returning energy. Yeah, I need to be getting out of here soon, man. To get some sleep. Yes, you're very right. I be thinking like, why am I even on here, man? Thank you, thank you, thank you. A woman will be. I firmly believe, and this is why I tell a lot of you men you shouldn't be pressed. A woman will be right, or she'll be nice. She'll do all these things for the right man. Sometimes you're just not the right man. If she doesn't do it for any man, then I guess she's just got that's a personal problem. But a woman, all these things that we're talking about, she'll do it. She will do all of these things for the right man. Disrespect, being disrespectful and all this stuff, getting her to do certain things for you, getting her to be nice, getting her to be feminine, all these other things, she will do it for the right man. That's just how women are. And maybe you just aren't the right man, and there's nothing wrong with that. Unless you're just like some a-hole that just, doesn't know how to treat women, doesn't know how to behave. If you're a reflection of what it is that she is. If you're giving off those same behaviors, if you're conducting yourself in that way, then yeah. But if you're doing all these things, you're loving, kind, complimenting her, trying to help her, trying to impute things in her without trying to change her, and she's giving you all this disrespect and all this different stuff, then you're not the right dude for her. Let her go on and find it. Let her find, because that way it's messing both of y'all up, because you're wasting your time and she's wasting her time. You could be with the right person, she could be with the right person. And if you guys are constantly arguing and trying to get your point across to one another, then I think in a good relationship, you shouldn't have to do any of that. It's called the water relationship, not the Coca-Cola relationship. The water relationship where it just flows. You guys just compliment each other. You guys don't you have a discussion, you guys don't argue. Everything is just smooth sailing. And you can do that with the right person. It's not like it's unheard of. You can definitely do that with the right person. If you got people that get married and getting engaged and they're still fighting and arguing. I don't understand that. I don't get that. I wouldn't want that. Why invite more hell? Like it's gonna get better by getting married. It doesn't. You guys want the right person. I mean, you gotta. If you already done the work on yourself, and it may take a lifetime to find her. You just have to be patient. My man D Wiggs said, if my man D Wiggs is watching, it'll fall in your lap. If you've done all the work, I'm not saying it's you. I said that wrong. There's always work to be done, but if you've made it to that point, it will fall in your lap. Unless you're just gonna run into that person, and then that's another test to get you to that next level, right? to get you to that next level. But if you made it, then you won't have to be going through all these tests. You know what I'm saying? You worked on yourself. You got yourself a nice young lady who's kind, tender, who's the apple of your eye. She listens. She cooperates because you've done the work. But some people it doesn't happen. But like some people, it may happen when you're 19, 20. Kudos to you. Kudos to you if you're able to pull that off. Turn that alarm off. Take you as I am, and you might have somebody that match that energy too. There was a live stream Javon did a while ago, and he was talking about sometimes you may not end up with your number one choice, but the person you end up with, you don't argue with, you don't fight, you guys have a good time together. You you may not be her number one choice, and vice versa, but it's you guys have that cohesion. You guys get along together. You guys have fun together. You guys, it's past looks, if you will, which I don't want to say that makes the number one choice, but we tend to correlate those things, right? But you may just meet that person, and it may be somebody completely unexpected, and you're like, "How did I get here? I didn't even expect to be with this person." And then in some women, your ex will be like, "I look better than her. I look better than her." Da, da, da. You might look better than her, but you're an asshole. You're an asshole. You're not a good person. You're not a people's. Not. I wouldn't say you're not a people's person. You're not. You're not right for me. We have too much trouble. We can't go without arguing. We're always arguing about what I'm doing and what you're not doing. So that's where you just have to choose yourself. You know what I'm saying? And walk away from the situation, which a lot of people have trouble doing because they're afraid to be alone. That goes for men and women. When you're in a relationship, they're afraid to be alone. So they'll search for that other person while they're still in a relationship until they can get that other person. Which when that happens, a lot of times that doesn't work out because that's not how you do it. You don't have orbiters, or you don't try to monkey branch and all this other stuff while you're with someone and hoping to find the right person. Because you're a cheater, and if they know that you're a cheater, they're getting with a cheater. An insecure cheater. Because cheaters are insecure, excuse me. So a person that's confident, a person that loves themselves, has no problem being by themselves. You know, how many likes we got? I don't even care, man. I don't even know why. I be doing these lives just for the heck of it, man. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter, man. Not true. Not true. Hey, anybody, if you want me to agree with you, I will. If you want me to agree, whatever you say, if you want me to agree with you, I will. See how that works? Do you feel better now? If you want me to agree with you, I will. I agree with everything you say. I agree. Men don't do nothing right. Men do nothing right. Men are horrible. Men are terrible. Men use women. Men lie to women. Men men just they're narcissists. They're terrible. Man, look, I'm about to get out of here, man. I've had enough. You got any more questions, man? Before I get out of here, will I ever get married? Got to be the right situation. And it won't be on. It won't be a. It won't be a legal marriage, if you will. I'll do the ceremony and all that, with the rings and everything. But no, no, I'm not signing any paperwork. That's the type of marriage. But yeah, has to be the right situation. You feel me? And that's how I'm gonna keep it. So yeah, if there's nothing else, man, I'm about to get out of here. This has been very enlightening. Ruth Robinson, book a session. You want some relationship advice? Book a session. I need you to convince me. I'm afraid of being. Why do women always say that shit? I'm afraid of being in a relationship. Convince me of why I should be in a relationship. I'm afraid. I just did a video today. Matter of fact, you want some free advice? Go watch that video that I did about the 99% of single moms choose this guy. That's the perfect advice in there for you, because she tried to come with that. I'm a single mom by choice because I was married to this guy and he did this. All the women always say the same thing. Whenever they talk about a man, they always name the same things that the man did to him. And I just can't see myself getting into another relationship. I'm afraid. Then be alone. Be alone. Be alone. Don't get into a relationship. Be alone. Be alone. You want somebody. Women always want you to convince them of something. I don't need to convince you of nothing. Convince me of what? Convince me. Why I gotta convince you? Convince me of why I should be in a relationship. I'm afraid. Go and be afraid. Go and be afraid. Be afraid. Go play bingo, you know, and just chill. That way you don't have to worry. You don't have to be in fear. You can live the rest of your days just loving yourself and whatever you have. Convince me. As I said in the video, life is about choices. Life is about choices. You could get with someone and they could do you dirty. They could do all types of crazy stuff to you. You're taking a chance. You're taking a chance. We must have the individualistic approach. He used me. I was dating a dope boy, and he did all these things, and he went to jail. So I'm never gonna date a guy. Man, I should get paid for this, man. Why I don't get paid for this? I should be getting paid for this. I should get paid for this, bro. Convince me, 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 convince me. That's not my job. I'm not trying to clap the cheeks. Why I gotta convince you? Oh, you should get in a relationship. It's the best thing ever. Don't just do this. Don't just do that. Don't just get a dog and die alone. Yeah. Relationships are a risk. You go into relationships to give, not take. Convince me. You should be asking yourself. Somebody say how old you are. That name's got some age on it though. I say she's a baby boomer, but I'm not good at convincing anybody to do anything. Not just in don't let some random YouTuber convince you. You must do more to gain pleasure than you do to avoid pain. Go out there and get your teeth clapped and just let it be done. Oh man. Let me stop it, man. That wasn't wrong, but Tara, you're giving terrible advice. I'm just waiting for this thing to hit an hour. I know I was did a 5 minute countdown. I'm looking at y'all. Y'all looking at me. She's in her 30s. Is that what she said? Oh, she's in her 30s. Go ahead and call in, Ruth. You want some advice? Call in. I want to see your, I want to see your face. I don't understand why y'all be so scared though. Like y'all be asking questions but don't want to. Yo, call in. You have to convince me to call in, Jr. You have to convince me. Oh man. Mm. I will do as you ask. Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm gonna stay on just for you because we have 59 minutes. I'm gonna stay on just for you. Y'all hit that like button while we're waiting for her to call in. Hit that like button. All right, what are we laughing about? Why so many women getting into witchcraft? Not sure. I guess it's cool. If you got to put a bonnet on, let me know. Because, I got laundry to do. Michael Lee. I don't know. So we have hit an hour. Okay, Ruth, I'm going to give you another minute. See what's going on here. See what's happening. See what's going on, and I'm gonna peel up out of here. Right. Peace. Bonnet, weave, hair hats. This is a pathetic call-in show, and I'm sitting here waiting for somebody to call in. This shit is pathetic. What the fuck am I doing? Bro, what am I really doing here? Yeah, man. Is it a yeah? Are you calling in or not? So I can get up out of here. Is it a yes or a no? They bored. Order some carne asada fries. No, I'm on a diet. I'm gonna go home and eat an apple and an orange, maybe a can of sardines. Ring, ring, ring. Yeah, I guess she left, man. Anyway, guys. Yeah, this shit is a joke. Guys, that's the we covered some good points tonight. Hopefully it's been helpful. Hopefully you guys got some takeaways from that, especially the ladies that have tuned in tonight. You can go back and watch the restream. That's another thing. You see that? She said that I'm gonna do what you say and call in, and she didn't do what she said. Right? So not being congruent. That's another thing to watch out for with women. is not being congruent with what they say. What they say and what they do are two different things. You got to watch what a woman does. You know, just as quick. She told that lie just that quick, right? She told a lie just that quick and left and didn't respond. That's typical behavior for women like that. They do shit like that. They're incongruent with their word. Their actions don't follow their words, which is a big issue that men have with women. Being fickle, saying one thing and doing another. I don't care if she's shy or not in real life. If you don't say you don't say stuff, and you want somebody to take you seriously, again, she has to show you. You will have women say that I cooked, I cleaned, I greeted him with a kiss at the door. You know, I gave him the buns on demand. I was doing all this crazy stuff. I brought other women to the bedroom. No, he'll say anything to be in a good light. You know, but yeah, yeah, that's one thing and that's for people in general, man. You can't deal with inconsistent people. You can't have friends that are fickle just in general. And the first, you can tell a lot by that, you know, because that's going to be a continuing factor for anybody that you deal with in life. They're going to conduct themselves like that. I can't deal with people like that. I can't deal with people that are not congruent with their word, that just are very fickle, that are disloyal. No, I don't have time for any of that, man. The first sign of that, yo, we out of there. She might be, man. Maybe that's why my dating show was, you know, right. Anyway, guys, it's been great. I'm about to get up out of here. You guys have a great evening. I can't believe I've been on here for an hour already, man. So peace, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one, man. I'm out.